Hello, hello, hello. All right, we're just waiting a minute for people to come in here. Welcome to the live stream. Got two folks. Just wait until the clock hits 3:30 and we'll be ready to go. While we're at it, why don't you go ahead and drop right in the chat box where you're at in the world. I'm streaming from Houston, Texas. And the sun just started shining, literally, right before this event started occurring. Anyone? Bueller? Well, while we wait for people to come in, I am your friendly host, Alexander Velichko, your digital marketing disc jockey, playing some of the SEO's greatest hits, the obscurities, and also the greatest business. And today, we're going to be talking mistakes. We're going to be talking goof-ups, screw-ups, swindles, money going down the drain. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. SEO and PPC, two of the most direct forms of marketing for any company, any side hustle, or any person who wants to get their name out there. Two of the most direct and two of the most rewarding. And yet, two of the most frustrating. Can you believe that? Rewarding and frustrating. Because you see, there is so much snake oil and misinformation and people who just want nothing but to get a quick buck from you. Or people are just misdirected. So, a quick background. My name is Alexander Velichko, and if you don't know who I am going to be posting up my sizzle reel in a bit, but quick rundown. I've been a computer user since I was 2. I've learned SEO from the ground up when I started at age 11 when I started my own YouTube channel, digitizing vinyl records. And I was unknowingly learning SEO on YouTube, and since 2017 professionally, I've been doing it on Google. Now, I honestly wish that my parents let me have an AdWords account at age 7, but I got to tell you, through all the testing that we've done together over the years, I've made a lot of mistakes. I've seen clients make a lot of mistakes, and it's my job to help you avoid those pitfalls for yourselves. Whether you're doing SEO or PPC yourself, or you're listing an agency, look out for these red flags. I promise you, by the end of this meeting, you'll have known these 9 red flags and you'll have walked away a bit smarter. And at the end, I am going to offer you a solution, a true software as a service solution to both the problems with SEO and PPC that everyone wants to get rid of. All right? So, SEO and pay-per-click, search engine optimization, and paying for every click you want to get into the sponsored ads. More than 90% of your potential target market is, guess where? Guess where? On Google search. Yes, on the big old G. Here comes the old joke. If you're not on page 1 of searches, you might as well be hiding a dead body. And if you're not in one of those, say you go to a Google search and you go for search dentist near me, plumber near me, whatever. And now we're talking strictly local, but 80 to 90% of the market is hidden in those 3 results up top, just below the ads, called the map pack, the Google Maps results. If you're not in there, you are losing 60 to 70% of your potential market. That's 60 to 70% of your business opportunities. And based on where you're already getting traffic and already getting customers, if any, think about what that translates to in revenue. How much of that? If you're not in the organic results, which are the results right below the Google Maps, or if it's not a Google Maps-based search, just the results starting below the sponsored, you could be losing additional 20 to 30% of opportunities. Now, the average Joe goes out to hire an SEO agency and hope for the best and hopefully get an ROI. Well, there's just two problems. SEO and pay-per-click are difficult and cumbersome. And often the expenses don't justify themselves. Hello, AV. Glad to see you coming in from Houston. My fellow H-Town boy. All right. Two problems with SEO and PPC. Difficult and cumbersome, and the expenses don't justify themselves. I mean, sure, you can pay as much as you want and get the investment ROI back that you want. But if the money's not justifying itself, something has to give. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about 9 mistakes, boo-boos, terrible things that I've seen happen both inside our own company and in clients' companies when on SEO and pay-per-click projects. They're expensive. They're unscientific. And $500,000 of training and education and testing later, I know better. And you're going to know better. All right. Mistake number 1, overpaying for backlinks, spending $450 on the old Reddit. You see, Reddit is a super cool source of engagement and traffic. I mean, say what you will about their API price hikes and their politics of the audiences. You can find conversations about anything you want in there. The fact remains that Reddit is still the front page of the internet. And if you can get a backlink in there, you're freaking golden. Now, backlink providers, you see, backlinks are essentially like votes that tell the search engines that you're worthy of attention. You can write up all the content that you want, but in all of our tests, and in others' tests too, you can't have any chance of getting those coveted page 1 gold trophy rankings if you don't actively and deliberately build backlinks. I don't care what anyone tells you. Hey, Craig, awesome to see you here. Awesome to see my good old friend. Coming from Wisconsin. But yeah, links are like votes. If you don't have enough of them, Google's not going to give you enough attention. Google will care if you're a side hustle website or a professional business. You need that attention. Now, the problem is people charge a lot of money for backlinks. They do them with all sorts of different techniques, guest posts, social media, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I've seen all the freaking gimmicks in the world, and Reddit used to be promoted as one of those gimmicks. Now, in 2018, when I bought one Reddit backlink for $450, it really moved the needle. Now, the secret sauce behind this old Reddit backlink is that it was on the old Reddit, where it had this little piece of trickery that made it what's called do follow. Now, to spare you the details, do follow and no follow are different types of links or votes. And it used to be that do follows were the best types of links. Not necessarily anymore. Google has changed up their algorithms, and you need a balance of do follow and no follow. So the value of these links, I mean, today, you don't even need to pay $450 today. You can still get it on Reddit. You just have to be very strategic about where and how you post and be mindful of what domains you get your Reddit backlinks from. And of course, there has to be some additional stuff done underneath the hood to make Google recognize those Reddit backlinks. All right. Second thing, overpaying for backlinks. Number 2, guest posts. Guest posts were huge in 2018 and 2017. But now people have kind of abused them, diminishing their status and rendering them ineffective. The idea being is that you can get a link or a vote place on this random site with whatever metrics they have, and you shoot up. There's just one problem with this approach. Like I said, guest posts have diminished in value. All the cheap providers who spam your inbox, they haven't done their due diligence on the sources that these guest posts come from. And if you want to get high quality guest posts that actually get traffic, you have to spend a lot of money and wait at least 30 days. If I remember correctly, I think it was like at least $150 a backlink, which is guest posts, which is ridiculous to say the least. We have a much more efficient way of doing it now, where we take control of our own network, use PR and media to generate those backlinks, but also solidify those backlinks with powerful things known as signals, which are one of the ways that Google calculates rankings. And also they confirm to Google that you are a reliable and trustworthy brand through media assets. All right. Goof up number 3. Spending $1,300 a month on ads management with no targeting. You see, if SEO is not worth the wait, because on average it can take at least 5 to 18 months among all of our clients before we can see an ROI because of its very nature, and after all the work that we put in, the fastest way to get ROI, not without testing, is Google Ads or Facebook ads or any pay-per-click advertising. Now, these ads are cool. I mean, and there's a lot of bragging rights for your brand, for your name, to be seen being advertised all over social media. Too many people are concerned just about hefty dollar bills that the advertising industry can quickly get shady. I spent $1,300 on an ads agency that we knew and trusted. Nothing. At least 2 to 3 months after running the ads, we went through the whole process. We set up the funnel, we set up the sales page, we set up the offer, and we hoped for the best. We thought everything was fine and dandy, and nothing. What I did, just out of my own morbid curiosity and my dad's curiosity, because we worked together, it was like, hey, this ad is not performing. Why don't we see what these guys did? Sure enough, I stroll on into Facebook Ads Manager. I click through all the different layers of complicated pages that any advertiser has to go through, and through the gazillions and gazillions of columns. I pull up the ad, I go to the targeting section, and no targeting. No wonder. All I was getting was leads that were outside of my targeting, and they were just tire kickers. Like, they weren't worth my time or my money. Dad got on the phone with the advertiser, and it was like, what the hell? What the hell are you saying? Well, we've been running ads for months, and I haven't seen any return. And I can tell that you don't have any targeting. What if I told you you're a scam? Fine, you can tell me you're a scammer. I'm a scammer all you want. Have your money back. And that was it. Regardless of that element of trust, you have to do your own due diligence with regards to companies' experiences before you let any ads agency take your money. If they're new, they might as well admit they're new. If they have case studies or testimonials of any kind, even the tiniest ones, it is going to be an indicator of the quality of service you're going to receive. Number 4, hiring a fully trained team from offshore and just taking their word for $3,000 a month. We partnered with a funnel genius who had his team of offshore specialists. And this is a pretty commonplace offer out in the marketplace. Now, I can only speak for this funnel genius that we worked with, but they promised to set up all of our click funnels, all of our landing pages, try to sell our professional SEO services, which we were marketing at about $2 to $3 grand each per customer, $2 to $3 grand a month. And part of that was setting up targeting on LinkedIn. They messaged a whole bunch of prospects, and guess what? Nothing. We set up Sales Navigator, went through the whole shebang, and turns out all those people that were trying to target were receiving lame, untailored messages. Now, granted, years later, some of those people are seeping in, but the people didn't take responsibility. I mean, they didn't show up for the occasion. They would text in and say good morning usually, and then they just drop out. And eventually, the funnel genius behind this campaign refunded me our money, the month's pay of it. But this was such a painful lesson in delegating. One of the most powerful lessons I have personally learned in business was to know the thing you do before you delegate it. And this is what's given me the discernment and judgment to tell who's bad and who's good. Number 5, using every damn part of the advertising dashboards. Yes, whether it's Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, anything. Yes, it's necessary to go through the ads dashboard to at least understand what you're getting yourself into. But something has to give, I mean, Facebook, for example, Mark Zuckerberg is constantly changing up the stupid ads manager layout. It's a pain to go through. I don't know where we even am. Most people don't even know where they are half the time. And it is such a time waster when you just wish you could spend a little bit of time launching ads yourself. Same thing with Google. They've shuffled stuff around in Google Ads or Google AdWords so many times. And now there was this big change recently where I'm following a training and I couldn't find what I wanted to, where I wanted to. Ridiculous. The offer I'm going to make at the end solves all these problems so that you can launch your own ads or with our help without having to fumble through those crazy dashboards. Number 6, blindly trusting an ad agency who doesn't want to give access to their data. There are people like these out there. I worked with a national custom hardware client, and they were secretly working with a paid ads agency. They were spending a few grand with them a month, and they couldn't even know if they were seeing any return from the damn guys. I asked for them to show us their account or give access. Silence. Sip. Not a reply. I asked them again. Still silent. I asked them again and again and again. Still nothing. Even the client's employees requested, and their request fell on deaf ears. And before you know it, after years of working with this company, the client it took this long for the client to unplug from this ad agency and see that they were not seeing any measurable difference in their business. And this was especially bad, seeing as myself and my company, Agency Intelligence, we were taken on for the SEO. So it was us that was responsible for making sure that sales were all in order, that everything was being tracked and attributed. Never set up an ad campaign if someone is not willing to delegate outside access, and especially if they're not interested in sharing the attribution goals with other people inside your own company. Number 7, we're slipping it back to SEO, taking Moz at face value. Metrics like domain authority and page authority in Moz rank. I belong to the world's largest and first independent SEO testing agency with quite a few hundred tests to their credit. And all these third-party metrics that belong to Moz and Ahrefs that allegedly score how much worthwhile it is to get a backlink from a certain site, they're just proprietary metrics. They don't mean crap when it comes to your actual rankings. I used to believe those a lot. especially in the early days of SEO. There are only one or two metrics you can truly rely on, in addition to your own expertise and your own due diligence when scanning for backlinks and votes. Majestic has what, as closely as possible, approximates the original Google PageRank algorithm, which determines how worthwhile, how much power you get from all the backlinks to your site. A lot of people, some prospects come to me and ask me, how many domain authority points do I need before my website is going to rank? Listen, you let us do the due diligence. You let us determine how much a backlink is worth, because it takes a trained eye, a keen eye, someone who has had a lot of experience in order to determine what is truly worthwhile. Take domain authority, page authority, and domain rating and page ranking with a huge grain of salt. And some of the things that we look for on sites we get backlinks from. Do they actually get traffic? Do they get readers in there? Is the page rank actually being distributed from within the site to your target website? Or is it a website that sucks and is being cut off? If it's a site that sucks, either going to have no effect, or worse, you're going to lose a lot. Number 8, taking Google at face value. I posted a question on Facebook, and the people who responded one of two things. My question was, did you know that Google purposely misdirects people on what actually works in SEO? The responses were, A, either they don't trust Google's political bias and the information that they serve you on certain topics, or B, they've actually tested the claims of Google's own representatives who actually make SEO recommendations. I could post a link in the chat after we're done with this meeting, but that's essentially what it was. I've dealt with clients who have taken, people who have taken Google's claims on face value, the helpful content update, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And after more than a decade and a half in business, their rankings tanked. When we came in, we showed them reports that they never saw before, and they were well on their way back. Again, when it comes to SEO, you have to get tested insights from those who have actually been in the business. Number 9, believing that every single small business needs to invest at least $1,000 a month or more into SEO or PPC to see results, as well as a software that is right under our nose that can solve that problem. Now, granted, there are a lot of cases where you need to invest that much and wait this amount of time before you can see results. Now, that's in a custom campaign, though. That's in a custom campaign. It used to be believed that SEO, cheap SEO, sucked because people would pay not a lot of money for what secretly was dubious methods behind the customer's back. I mean, if SEO agencies weren't inflating their costs with items number 1 and number 2, those guest posts, and overcharging for backlinks you can find on Reddit. If agencies aren't inflating their costs with those things, then they are under delivering. I mean, sure, they're delivering in what they believe to be effective in wrongly implemented backlinks, but eventually, too much of those are going to see you going down the drain. No revenue, you quit. That's the stigma around SEO. It's either expensive, out of reach, or it sucks. Way too many small businesses have been left out of the fold for this particular reason. Now, of course, not everyone might be cut out for SEO. because of the natures of some industries. And I get it. If I talk to you and you're not a fit to work with us, I totally, entirely get it. But now we have AI and we have software. So those were all the secrets that companies use to mark up their prices and give bad experiences to clients. Now, sure, in the full campaign, you could have us build press releases, build your brand, consult with you directly, have conversations with you every month to tailor the strategy. But not everyone is able to start out that way. I understand. And I'm pretty sure that those of at least some of you here, right in this YouTube audience, those of you who are searching for make money online videos or SEO techniques videos, or are just looking for red flags and when not to hire an SEO agency, you don't have a lot of capital to start out with, or a PPC agency. The great news is I may have a solution for you. Hang on, just let me drop this link real quick here. Just one moment. Sure, you're going to love this. Don't you just wish you could be in the driver's seat of your own, of the most complex, don't you just wish you could be in the driver's seat of your own pay-per-click advertising and SEO without having to worry about the complexity and the upfront costs right away, even if you don't have time to learn SEO yourself? Just a few clicks, just one initial consultation, and you are well on your way. Wait for it. Wait for it. There it is. There it is. Check out your chat box. I just dropped the link there. Will you do me a favor and click on the link, and you'll see that there's a video on page and there's an offer on the page. Slap those ad campaigns into shape. Visit the link for me, please. And if you visit that link, give me an okay in the chat box in all caps. An okay in the chat box in all caps. If you've successfully visited the link, give me an okay in all caps. Awesome. Craig has made it. Whether you are starting a side hustle, or you're working for someone and you can see that they're struggling to get people in the door, this is a solution without having to blow their budget way out of the water. So for those who are on today's meeting only, I'm going to put together a special offer. So there is a deal, yes, that I'm running until the 29th of September. I am launching this ads platform at 50% off. You're welcome to watch the video as you wish, but essentially what happens is we have the assistance of artificial intelligence. You don't have to worry about the complexities of trying to navigate ad platforms. You don't have to worry about paying voracious fees to a greedy agency. Software handles it. All you have to do is put in your landing page or your website, write in a brief description of what your business does, write in a brief description. Hey, Brenda, awesome to see you. Awesome to see my fellow Houstonite. All I have to do is punch in your punch in your landing page, your product or service, and what it's called. And in 2 clicks, the AI will take care of the ad copy for you based on proven principles or variations. Now, if you want, you can actually hop in a live demo with me, one-on-one, and I can show you how it works. And you can just contact me in the chat box at the bottom right of the page. Hey, by the way, for those who are just hopping on, welcome. You can check out the offer on the landing page. And for those who may not know what this is all about, you are welcome to watch the replay. Okay, slapping those ad campaigns into shape. The results we've gotten so far from our initial test campaigns, and this is a case study, is we're seeing, let me log into my ad dashboard. We're seeing 51 to 57 cents per click. And we've seen quite a few clicks so far on our Facebook traffic campaigns. You can do regular traffic campaigns on Google, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Snapchat. All the good stuff. And you can even run retargeting ads. You know, the ads that constantly follow you around, like you spoke something right into your phone, and as soon as you did that, boom, ads are targeting you about your interest. You are looking for back to school supplies for your child. Boom. Facebook hits you with back to school supplies. That is retargeting, ads that follow you around. Don't you wish you could just follow your customers around and not have to go through the expense and impossibility of going through an agency or learning it yourself? I know, right? The best part about this ads platform is it is going to tell you how the ads are performing on a scale of bad to good to best. All you have to do is click on a couple buttons and you'll see how the ad is performing and neatly laid out. Not like that stupid complex table format that Zuckerberg has tried to arrange it in. For the first 10 people only, I'm doing this for $100 a month, which is 50% off the retail price, plus $100 setup fee for me to personally go over your first campaign with you and set it up and launch it. Now, the great thing is if you don't like what the AI copyrights for you based on your own website and selects if you're not happy with the targeting, it's entirely customizable. The AI handles and optimizes. The AI not only handles and optimizes those parts of targeting which are otherwise out of reach to the average small business owner or advertiser like you, it also optimizes the ads. It split tests the different bits of copywriting, the bits of text, images. So after the learning phase is 7 days, it is going to automatically optimize the best performing ones so that you can get return on investment sooner. See how much of a breeze that was? See how much of the weight was lifted? Also, one more thing. For those who sign up and buy today, for those who scroll down, and if you're facing any issues with the checkout page, let me know in the chat box. Just refresh. Either you can refresh it, or either you can refresh it, or if it's still not working, just let me know in the chat box. All right. For those who sign up today, you're going to be enrolled into my smoking hot SEO SaaS software as a service at no cost, the most basic level. This eliminates the most complex things and frustrating things about SEO so that you can get started before you ever have to face the complexity of hiring an agency. I mean, sure, we still offer custom services. You can eventually do that once you've scaled enough. But all you have to do is get into the software, and we go over and set up the keywords for you. And then you're launched. We monitor results for you. This solves all the problems with backlinks, content, and addresses those deficiencies that I mentioned to you in the beginning. Remember, I mentioned to you in the beginning that if you're not in Google, you are missing out on 90% of your potential business opportunities, which translates into your revenue. 60 to 70% of that is Google Maps, and 20 to 30% more of that is your regular search results. This helps address that. Content done the right way, off-page, real businesses sharing your website to address those backlink deficiencies in a way that distributes power and gives you votes to your website. That is yours, the basic plan for no cost if you sign up today for our ads platform on this landing page. Today only, September the 22nd. We've been testing it for ourselves and our clients for years. And I really like the results and sales we've been seeing from it so far. I still have the link up there. Hey, if you want to bring friends, family, refer people, let them know about this opportunity to finally get into the SEO game without needing so much effort and sacrifice, then this is the thing for you. Once again, to reiterate the offer, $100 a month for the ad system with a $100 setup fee and the initial 5 keywords plan for smoking hot SEO SaaS at zero cost, bundled in for free. And that's later upgradable to 15 keywords, 30 keywords. Add on as you go, scale as you grow. I have the link up there in chat. And I would love to see you. I would love to work with you. Go ahead and sign up now, because this deal only lasts a day. While we're at it, any questions? I see RKED Enterprises here is asking, can I do templates? Yes, Saruni, Babaruni. Our ads platform lets you save templates. So let's say you've run a campaign for a while and you are really happy with results. No problemo. You can always save that Facebook campaign, and in a few clicks, you can run it on any of the other ad platforms: Facebook, Google, Instagram, LinkedIn, etc., etc., etc. So yes, to answer your question, yes, you can do templates. All right. Any other questions, guys? Anyone? Bueller? All right, guys, you are always welcome to ask questions after the live stream is over. Head on down to the comment section, but I have the link up there if you are curious about what it is I have to offer and how I can solve your business problems. Whether you're launching that side hustle, you're launching you have a local storefront, you have a contracting business, you're in commercial real estate, I'm confident that after more than $500,000 of testing and 8 years of testing, training, and education altogether, that these can solve your problems. Just be sure, if you have any ad creative, just be sure to have it ready once you have signed up. Once you have signed up for the ad platform, along with the onboarding call. All right. Okay, well, this was my first ever YouTube live stream. Sure, I've done some webinars before, but I enjoy doing this. I like having you guys here. First time doing this in the Marketer's Secret Toolbox. I look forward to doing many more informational live streams and topics related to digital marketing, the ins and outs of being in the business, how I got from hobby to professional, and especially how I could save money and maximize the opportunities you get out of your digital marketing. Okay? This has been Alexander Velichko, or Alexander V. Thank you all from across the country for attending today. You've been an awesome audience. I really hope to see it grow bigger from here, and I'll see you on the next video or the next live stream. Bye-bye.